Welcome, guys, to the Gamers Roundtable. This is LeafX here, and we're trying something different. As you can see, we've got this angle and another over here, so you can watch us play some video games.
And you can see our roundtable right about here.
This is our the Gamers Roundtable right now, right here.
It's
and I hope that sensitivity's good enough. I'm going to raise it a bit. So this is our roundtable, and we're gamers, and we talk about games. So we want you guys to join in and ask us questions at the side. There's a live Q&A. We've got this awesome new thing where we're going to actually share links now. Yeah. And it's pretty freaking sweet. So I'm going to be sharing links with you guys. Yeah, thank you, Google. All hail Google. And let's go down the line. This is weird. We're going a different line this time.
A physical line.
Physical line of everybody today. So at the very end here, we've got Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, people.
Right beside her, we've got Trevor. He's a newcomer. Thanks for coming out.
Guten Tag, my relations.
And at the very end, we've got the old faithful Charles.
Sup?
So
he's busy.
And
today, I missed fill your glass.
There you go. Fill your glass mode. We're trying something different. We're all in the same spot, as you hopefully noticed. If you haven't, you might need to restart the browser and refresh, go to bed.
Get new eyeballs.
Yeah, something like that.
Glasses. Yeah.
Or tune into the actual video stream and the audio stream.
Yeah, that works. But if you're unfamiliar with what we do and who we are and all that jazz, we're gamers. Talk about games. We do this every week at 7 p.m. EDT. So you can join in and talk with us and talk about video games, the state of affairs in video games. So we're going to go talk about some news after we talk about what we've been playing this week. So we're going to start at the other end. Charles, can you let us know what you've been playing this week?
Oh, I've been playing to Doto. I tried Invoker, and that was terrible.
Invoker.
He's the most complicated of the Dota heroes.
Oh, Dota. I missed the Dota part.
Yeah, he's the most complicated of the Dota heroes. He's got, like 14 abilities or something like that. And you gotta, like, fucking plan ahead in order to use them, or you're just fucked. And it kind of sucks.
And that's what happened to you, I guess.
And that's basically, well, that and bot lane fed, so, you know, you gotta make with what you got.
I hate when you have to plan ahead.
Well, yeah,
it's generally Dota, though. It's like
that's why we're playing Call of Duty right now. You just kind of point and shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just kind of work out.
Trevor's playing Call of Duty. What have you been playing recently? Oh, well, we're playing Call of Duty now. So, what else have I played? I played a game of League, and then I realized that
it's not as good.
Oh, it's just so much easier. It's like Farm Simulator for the first 10 minutes of the game. I come back and compared that. There's very little itemization other than you buy the item that is good for your hero, and there's like 6 of them. So
so it's easier. So yeah, I should play it.
Yeah. Start with if you want to introduce yourself to MOBAs, start with League, and then make your way from there.
Well, Blizzard
is Han not a thing anymore?
Oh yeah, Blizzard has their
Heroes of the Earth.
Storm or something like that.
Yeah, it's more of a.
It's manaless for the most part.
Yeah, it's more of to win the game. You actually have to do objectives.
Well, that
doesn't sound at all like Dota.
It's very weird. Well, you have the opportunity to kill people, but to actually get more points for your team, they have certain objectives that will affect it. Like they have one level where it's basically Pirate Cove, and if you capture the pirate, if you get gold and give it to the guy, he will bombard the entire level with cannon fire, but it will only affect the enemy team, not you, and that allows you to gain an advantage to get into their base.
Yeah, it's still wreck their base.
Yeah,
kill their dudes.
It's just it's one of those you don't have to worry about mana, you don't have to worry about any of that. It's more of just you have an attack, you buy your stuff, and you go.
I got a question about MOBAs. I know about here's the Storm, here's the New Earth. We got Dodo, we got League.
Did you say Dodo?
Doto.
So it's a bird now.
Dodo already got is there any others that are maybe upcoming or like
Smite?
Smite
is the third person sort of over the shoulder.
Excellent.
MOBA. It's tough because your auto attacks are skill shots now.
Yeah.
Because you have to actually get them in range. And there's Dawngate. That EA one, it seems interesting, but because Origin, I don't really want to play it. I mean, really, if they fix Origin,
they'll never fix Origin.
They'll never fix Origin. But it looks really interesting because there's only 2 lanes. Towers come back. The base is a boss monster that you actually have to fight. instead of it just being a static target.
That's
It's got abilities and shit. You've got to knock down their sort of power nodes in order to make the boss actually fightable.
Yeah, it seems like it's more of a
Yeah, I think it's like 6 power nodes that have to destroy in order to, and each power node is responsible for an ability, and you must destroy at least one before it's vulnerable or something like that. And it's got like 3 health bars it regenerates if you leave it alone for a while. It's just a big pain in the ass, and if you're not, like, even if you wipe the entire enemy team, if you go into this and you're just not prepared to fight this thing, you'll die. you won't be able to win because you still have to fight their whole base. Also, there's 2 lanes, towers respawn, and 4 spirit wells, where if you capture them, you gain gold advantages for your team.
So there's only 2 lanes?
Yeah, there's only 2 lanes instead of 3.
It sounds harder, so I won't play it.
It's not necessarily harder, it's just there's a lot more that you can do. The game is streamlined, itemized, so that you pick up what's exactly good for your character in most cases. So items aren't as hard, but there's more strategy involved. You have to actually pick which strategy is going to be most applicable to your scenario. I've never played it. I've seen it played, and it seems pretty interesting. There's also one more, like Air Mech or something like that. That was like a mobile game.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was something that I saw Husky play once. Never really heard much about it after that, though.
Mm-hmm. Also a trial type thing, like something.
Yeah, it may have, it may not have come to actual fruition. I'll have to take a look at that. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of MOBAs on the market. The big ones right now, though, are Han, Dota, and League, because those are the ones that have the tournaments.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. Well, this is so much easier to transition. Now there's no lag or anything. I know when you're done. What have you been playing this week?
What do I play?
Right now, you're playing Call of Duty.
PS4.
He's excited for
it's
PS4.
Point and shoot. I am excited for PS4. I'm very happy about that.
What do you normally play?
Well, it depends on the console, really. For the 360, I screw around with pretty much anything. Mainly first-person shooters, so Call of Duty. I've been screwing around in Borderlands 2 lately. Just started.
It's so good.
I didn't have the DLC for it, so I just bought all of it and said, screw it, I want to get this done, and still not done.
Oh, yeah, that's going to take you a long time.
Yeah.
You can find friends to play with.
Yeah, the game is a lot better when you have 4 people, just because of the increased difficulty and better loot.
Well, I mean, one gets to be cannon fodder while the other gets to focus fire. That's what ends up happening.
Go ahead.
Where if you're playing it on your own, you are the cannon fodder and you will die.
That's from the PC. I just recently picked up. I've been playing Daisy and.
We need to play them.
You have Daisy?
Yeah.
Let's do Daisy.
All right.
But Daisy, I played Daisy. The Forest. I finally got the Forest running on my computer.
Is that the one we have to survive? Or is that the horror one?
It's a survival / horror thing because there's cannibals. It's not really explained very well. You just sort of crash on the plane, some dude steals your child, and then it's like, survive! But there's nothing ever goes back to the fact that your kid is now missing.
It's we just got a trophy.
Yay!
No man.
So
I'm gonna guess it takes place in a forest. It's going out on a limb.
It takes place in some like forest or beaches
you're right.
or stuff like that. It's got a crafting system that's very buggy at the moment. Like you'll put like a flare down.
Is this one of these alpha beta release thing by before the game's actually done?
Yeah, it's one of those things. But it's only $15, so if you want to try something, that's very well. It's one of those they've got a lot planned, but it's not well implemented right now because you can pick up an axe and you pick up a flare, and sometimes the flare gun will be in your axe at the same time. So you'll be holding them both. And when you double click to fire, you'll swing the axe and shoot the flare gun. So you essentially have unlimited flares.
A flare axe?
Yeah, you have unlimited flares, and you can hack people to death. It's really annoying when you have to cut down trees though, because you're constantly lighting the forest on fire.
That's good.
And Muramasa Rebirth for the PS Vita. Those are the main things right now.
Finally another Vita owner.
Yeah.
I feel like for the longest time in the podcast,
there's only 4 of us in the world, alright?
And 2 of them are here today.
60% representation.
It's a rare sight to see.
They are.
Yeah, no, it's every time I try to say something about the Vita, I'm just like,
Eyes glaze
like,
over.
It's just yeah.
Okay. What is this magical creature thing you speak of?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more Monster Rebirth. It's a remake of the Wii game, surprisingly. You play two different storylines. One of a princess that got killed, and her soul is taken over by a murderer. So you just go around like killing demons and closing demon gates. The other one is you play a ninja that's been falsely accused of murdering his master, and you have to kill demons to prove that you didn't do it.
So it's in the same timeline?
It's in the same timeline, it's in the same aspect. You can actually, as playing as either character, you can meet the other character while running through the world.
Oh, okay.
So like at a certain point you'll run, you'll be like, well, there's like, it's funny because there's hot air baths randomly within the world, and you go in there, and if you're playing as the woman, and you meet the guy, she's like, oh my god, don't look at me. And when you're playing the guy, he's like, I don't want her to see me. Because she's really cute. It's very, very heavily Japanese game
I was about
based.
to say, that sounds pretty good.
But it was very good on the Wii, but they ported it over to the Vita, and they added extra weapons, extra DLC, standard bullshit. Phones!
I heard the Hangouts noise, and both people reached out.
Oh, and I was the one that sent the message.
So numpty here. But that's what I've been screwing around with lately. And now PS4 because I'm hanging with this numpty.
Is all you have Call of Duty for it right now?
He doesn't even have.
I don't have a PS4.
Oh, it's not yours.
No,
See,
it's
I
his
thought you
PS4.
brought it here.
No. My PS4 is coming in September. Destiny bundle, sexy whiteness.
Yes.
I was gonna say that's the white one. It's
The
Did I tell you?
You
that
got it, didn't you?
Yeah, fucker right here got it. So now he's gonna have two sitting next to each other.
I'll have two PS4s.
It'll be the yin and yang. Of
Yeah, two
PS4.
TVs that you could have. Boom. You need another one of these. Just one there, one there.
I want to get another one and put it up on the wall over there. That'd be pretty sweet. But
Anyways.
that's a lot of expensiveness.
Brody, put multi-hacks in your portals.
Thank you.
Do it. No,
Oh,
you do it.
Okay, I will.
Ingress.
I will. Awesome. Sarah, what have you been playing?
Not a sponsor.
I actually just started what they were talking about. I got Ingress.
Ingress.
I'm a big. I'm level 2, guys. Watch the frick out.
Hey.
We got
0.
not to put in any contrast or anything here, but I started gym on it on Friday, and
Yes.
he's level 4.
Yeah, because you know what? He
He's
sent
got
a message and he's like, "I'm going Ingressing,"
Oh, my
and I'm like, "Congratulations!" I go to work and to home, and that is
Sleep?
it.
Oh. Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's tough to do if he's got a lot of time just to
Yeah.
fire around, so he'll jump in his car and be like doing stuff
right.
and creating. Did you see the Tetra field that he made the other day?
Yeah, I saw that. That was nice.
That was awesome.
Is that when you connect the portal thingy?
You do a triangle,
Triangle?
and then you do a triangle over the triangle.
Oh.
So then you connect in, and you get. Oh, I guess he missed the Tetra on.
He might have missed that, all of them.
Yeah, and you connect in to get 2 more fields over top of it.
I've got a really good example. I took a bunch of screenshots when I was doing a bunch of Tetra fielding. And what you do is you layer a whole bunch of fields because there's a stupid sort of algorithm that determines which ones you can link to, and I'll just put it up here. This one here, this beauty. So many layers.
That's huge. Holy crap! Where was that?
That was in Hamilton. I went to Hamilton on Saturday.
That's unreal.
Was it for a reason other than Ingress?
No, it was specific, expressly Ingress.
Hey, you know what? The thing I like about this game.
Amazing.
So if people they're watching, don't know what Ingress is. Essentially, it's an app that's now available on iPhones as well. There are a couple versions behind it.
iPhones.
No, they caught up. They
Windows
caught up.
phones.
They caught up. They're up to date.
Hey,
Ooh, which one?
Jim said he couldn't enter passcodes.
Windows Phone.
No, you
Yeah,
still
but-
can't enter passcodes
Oh.
because of a
Hardware.
exception
Oh,
in the iOS store. They're not allowed to have
Let's just say
outside of the
Windows
the
8,
Apple Store
Silly.
purchases.
Oh, I got it,
So
apparently.
because of the hint order, because the hint codes,
Stop it.
which allows you to gain extra items by purchasing a sponsored sort of water for a flavored water in the States. They come with passcodes, and that
water.
allows you to redeem for items. Apple does not allow that in their
That's
store,
silly.
so they can't
That's
include
because
passcodes.
Apple suck. And a lot of people will hate me for
Android
that.
Master Race.
Android Master Race. Hey, I can't say anything right now because I'm running a Windows Phone. You can all laugh at me. I understand.
Well, that's why you're not playing Ingress.
It's on there, but
I think they're pretty.
it's on there. It's a different name, and it's not as detailed.
Not useful, but pretty.
They're very good if you have a business.
Yeah,
They're
Ingress.
excellent for business.
Absolutely.
App on phone that you go around in real time. You have to actually travel to the locations that you go into. Do things to portals. Portals come up, and it's cross two factions. So yeah, that's it. You go to the locations, capture portals, that kind of stuff. We're recruiting everybody at the moment.
Everyone.
Welcome to the master race.
The thing though, you have to get off your couch. So
Yeah.
if you're not into that, don't do it.
Hence why I don't play.
It's
Hence why I'm only level 2.
it's a different kind of game. But it's good for when you're jumping on the bus and you're like, I'm going to work or whatever, and hack some portals, do some links, break some resonators on the way there. So
Right.
After playing for so long, you notice things about your city that you've never noticed before,
and
other cities too.
So that's what I was trying to get to. Is that my favorite thing about Ingress is that it's actually gotten me to see things. Even I think there was a plaque almost on my front door there about this building being historic until Ingress. Because I saw it, I'm like, what is that? And I looked at it, I'm like, holy crap, that's been there the whole time.
So what you're saying is you're unattentive.
Well,
Essentially. Well, the world is
you don't
unattentive.
look at the outside world.
And now you're walking outside, everything's changing.
Yeah, IRL's a different beast.
Yeah.
IRL's a terrifying beast.
But no lag.
No
like IRL.
Hey, sometimes there is.
frame.
Sometimes there is.
80 milliseconds.
Depends on how much caffeine you've had that day.
I guess, yeah. There is an 80 millisecond lag between what your eyes see and you
Processing.
receive.
Yeah, but your brain compensates for that.
It's true.
Unless
Which is really neat.
We need to implement this into games.
Yeah, some kind of neural network
Morpheus
in the game.
I think we're on to something, guys.
We're going to put this in our Google suggestion box. Somehow Google will make it happen.
Yep,
They
Google.
make everything happen.
Yeah.
Hey, you can make it happen. We have to make some money, but an even balance is bring fiber wire internet to us.
Yeah, just bring KW
Just
some
give us some
fiber
five,
internet.
man.
That- that's
No big
I will. You can gladly take that. I won't get paid. Just give me fiber wire, and I'll be happy.
Google, please.
I want faster than
Hashtag
7,000.
If we yell it loud enough, their office might hear us.
I want them to hire me. I can suggest it.
And then you can
No.
go down their slide.
You have a slide in there?
In their office, that's how you can go down the
Apparently-
stairs is a slide.
Apparently, there was an interesting sort of thing with that, where the people who approve like building safety codes were just like, no, you're not allowed to have a slide.
No, like, fuck that. No.
And
Where's Google?
did it anyway.
Damn you!
I would be like, seriously, who doesn't want to be like, oh, we gotta go downstairs? That shit's fucking bomb.
I bet it's staticky though. You know, like all slides are staticky.
Unless you there's a certain plastic that you can run it with that it doesn't hurt. Same stuff that you put on slides when it's weathered, like our outdoor parks and stuff like that. It's weathered.
So there's been an increase in slide technology.
Yes, there has.
That's very fascinating.
It does not staticify you.
Staticify. That's a good
I have a very
Or the
interesting.
bumps in the thing don't scratch your spine up as you're going down.
Well,
Yes,
you
I'm
have to
very-
have an exposed spine like a lanky guy like you for that to be a problem.
Don't shoot me! Don't shoot me!
Awesome. Myself, what have I been playing? I've been
Destiny.
Surprise.
Yeah, the beta's closed, as Trevor said there. Beta's closed, so I can't play until September 9th. But when that happens, probably won't be for a very long time.
It's Gamers Roundtable we put on hold.
Okay, it'll just be Gamers Roundtable.
It'll be
Cold.
Destiny's
Destiny.
Round. Yeah,
Yes.
Destiny's Round.
Destiny's Roundtable,
Yes.
essentially.
Okay, name change comes September.
Yeah. Oh, and I've been playing a couple. Actually, I guess we should include these phone apps. There's a couple on my phone.
You still playing Cash Money?
I
He's
am
always
playing
gonna play
Make It
Cash
Rain.
Money.
Make it rain. Sorry,
I just
that's
started
the
playing
one.
Make It Rain.
Oh, you up there.
But a couple other ones I picked up.
Yeah.
I finally picked up Clash of Clans just to check it out. I've seen TV. I'm like, I gotta check it out before I can bash it.
Yeah.
And to be honest,
Promising,
it's out of those type. I don't know what you would call those kind of games.
Pay to win. Freemium.
Free.
The new friggin' Magic game's
Whatever
freemium.
the style game, I would say it is actually the best out of them. I've played a lot of those types of games and gotten bored quick. And this one does a good job of not making everything seem linear. I find in a lot of these games, I played Royal Revolt number 2, and there's you can only update this building if you have these two buildings updated. So you have to update those first. It's very linear, and I find that there's no real freedom to what you're doing. Whereas this, I'm upgrading what I want to make whatever I want better.
Wow.
Right.
And the fact that you attacking other players, you're making your own base. It gets that slight RTS MMO kind of sense. And it's interesting. I mean, like, obviously pain would get me further faster, but I'm still able to play it and enjoy it as is. I mean, I have to wait a little bit sometimes, but
if you pay, you become an instant noob.
Yeah, well,
we all shun you.
And that's why I haven't. I refuse to ever pay for any in-app purchases. It's actually good for what it is. And I was surprised. I expected to go in like this is going to suck, and I went in very skeptical, and I came out thinking it was an alright game. So if you're ever thinking about picking it up, it's alright. Go for it. Just watch. And they actually don't force it in your face that you should be buying.
No,
like literally every other freemium game.
That's what really pissed me off about PVZ2. Oh no. That was so in your face.
Yeah, the good thing about this is that there's in the shop there's a section for buying gems, but it's the same thing. There's sections for buying. It's just a section for buying defenses, army.
It's like your in-game currency.
Exactly, and it's not in your face to buy stuff, but it's still an option. And I thought it was pretty well done for what it was. I was impressed, I think, only because I went in skeptical.
Yeah, set expectations low, don't get disappointed.
Exactly. Another one I've been playing a couple just because I don't have too much time to sit down and play console games. Lionheart is another one I picked up. It's actually a clone of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Very close. Very nice. Well done.
Sounds like it would be.
Besides its menu, its UI on like the main menu is very confusing and very terrible. Besides that, it's actually a pretty fun game. It's like Tactics, so if you enjoyed that, and it's free to play as well too. Once again, you can buy crowns, which is their in-game currency, but once again, not forced into your face at all. And it's actually graphically very nice. It's pretty beautiful.
I'm wondering if I'm Googling the wrong thing right now because it looks like Diablo.
Lionheart might.
Oh, that's the PC version. That's.
Lionheart might actually redirect you to Final Fantasy VIII because it's one of Squall's swords and moves and something like that.
Could be where they probably got the name from as well too.
Your battery's dead.
But
you want to get another battery.
Chargeable.
But Lionheart. It's actually interesting. I was going to point out to you and Zach just because I think you might be interested in something like that. It's a decent game, and I've also been playing Monument Valley. Monument Valley. It's it's based off MC Escher, just kind of level design. There'll be a platform that connects two things here, and when you spin it, it connects two things that are like over here. Right. It's very MC Escher-ish, and you have to solve those in that sense.
Question: how do I make this work? It's on your account.
Yeah, hold it down, turn off device, and then turn it back on. Sign into yours.
Someone's learning how to use games
He's learning
for the first time.
How to game.
Switch user.
How to games.
How to games on the PlayStation. It's all I'm getting is close. Add, just, log out, switch.
Switch user. Press that one. There you go.
Switch me. Hey, people are smart. See, I'm not smart.
We're watching you more in there.
Pressing buttons is hard.
Yay!
Reading the screen. Oh my God!
Sorry,
Reads the screen.
One
more smash hit. Basically, it's just a rail shooter sense. You go along a straight line, and things come at you. You have to get crystals, but you tap to throw a ball, like metal balls, to break glass. And you can break crystals to get you more balls. You can break things that are getting in your way. And it's really addicting and very time-consuming.
All it sounds to me is that you like having balls in your hands.
Well, that too,
balls,
but you know.
Those are some good mobile games. Smash Hit. They're all free except for Monument Valley, which is actually on sale right now for $2.50 instead of $3.99 or something. All worth it, even if they were paid, I think.
I bought some new games.
Again, it also depends on the people. Some people who don't enjoy paying for stuff on their phones.
Which is crazy.
That's true.
It depends. I will pay for a game if I know it's worth it.
See, that's the problem. There's so many games that you don't know whether they're worth or not, and it's just really hard to tell. And the best way for the developer to sort of convince you that it's worth it is freemium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or recommendations like the ones Brody just gave us. Right?
Exactly.
He's like
But
vetting it for us. You have a rich friend that's just like, make it rain, and then they tell you it's okay, and then you go for it.
Update for the Make It Rain app. The money you earn, somehow you get like 2% of what that's worth to use
Google
on
opinion rewards.
0.2%.
Opinion rewards. Google opinion rewards.
And that's how actually I bought Monument Value. Is I used all the money from
Your credits
from
and
that
stuff. Yeah.
from opinion rewards to buy Monument Value. So
Yeah.
it's a get if you're on Android, get Google opinion rewards. Download it. Answer some
Also
questions.
depends
get
though
some free money.
if they're on ice cream sandwich or if they're on
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Does that actually?
It does depend, yeah.
I didn't know that.
You're gonna want to knock it shut in the face. There you go.
But
Multitasking.
on the
not good.
topic of buying games, I just have to make an announcement. I
So bought a
bought
game.
actually a Humble Bundle flash sale.
Yes.
There we go.
And it
I
was
approve.
all of the games from my childhood. So it's this company called Humongous Entertainment made a bunch of point-and-click games with titles such as Freddy Fish, Pajama Sam,
Yes.
Putt Putt,
Awesome
and
game.
Spy Fox.
You don't even need any of those others. You
Quest
just
of the
need
Cereal?
Pajama Sam.
Oh, yeah. No, in dry cereal, I think it was.
In dry cereal.
Yes.
Fingers on triggers. These guys are totally unsafe.
But it was, those games were like my childhood. And
Yep.
so I got them
Pajama
all,
Sam.
all of them for $20.
I didn't know they had that
That's
flash
actually
sale
pretty
this year.
sweet.
Flash
Is that flash
sale.
sale over?
It was only 24 hours, so absolutely.
Fingers
No,
on
yeah, it's
triggers.
fine.
That's how you
Thanks for
get
letting us know
shot.
about that.
Yeah, come on.
I did post it on Facebook, but
I
I only
don't know.
tagged my brother because I thought he'd be the only person in the world who gave a shit.
Dude, Putt Putt?
I
Come
actually, last night I sat down and I played Putt Putt Travels Through Time, because that's one of the more recent ones I remember playing, and I beat it in like 30 minutes. I was like, man, I remember this being so much more intense as a kid.
Yeah.
It's kind of disappointing, but exciting, but disappointing.
Did you have you played Pajama Sam again yet?
I played, okay, here's the, long story short, the first time I heard about Pajama Sam since, like, my childhood, someone reminded me, I found out it was on iOS, on iPads, but you have to pay for
I
it.
didn't know.
For the
I
full
didn't know
thing.
it.
You can get a trial for free, but, like, after the first little quest part, you're done. But you can buy it on your iPad or whatever. And so after I did the trial, I was like, no, I need this right now. So I actually went through all the trouble of getting a ROM and emulators, all that stuff on my computer, and I played Pajama Sam.
The only reason I ever played that game actually was because it came free with our graphics card.
Nice.
Seriously?
As it,
I got it given to me.
I had all
They were
of
like, you'll
them.
like this. I was like, okay. I'm not going to doubt you.
I got me all of them.
Honestly, I'm glad that I
Humble
did play.
Bundle.
Yeah. I think
I was
it's
there.
DRM free.
Depends on the games. Usually they.
I mean, I did hook it up to my Steam, but I think
they're
I
very-
have keys as well for it. Or
Yeah,
DRM
it depends on the game. Some of them are DRM
Yeah.
free, some of them are Steam. Some of them, it'll actually let you know if it's Linux and Mac acceptable, because
Yeah.
now Steam is available on those two systems.
Yeah, but they have like nothing for
Yeah,
Mac,
there's
so
DRM
whatever.
free and DRM light.
Yeah, so it's just.
But what I'm saying is I can potentially ship.
All right.
Tear gas, really?
Some news for you guys.
Yeah,
If
let's
you're
do some
interested.
news.
Yes, that's the
Um,
news.
First up, as you can see from this link, actually, we're gonna try this. I'm gonna try this share link thing. So if you're watching,
So exciting.
I'll click this. Let's see this link. Let's see what happens here. All right, adding an item. Loading. What's happening?
I wonder how it looks on other people's screens.
It probably looks not backwards.
Yeah.
No, it's the link, silly.
Oh, probably
Like,
just the
show
default
item. So hopefully this is showing on
Something that they can see.
on the screen somewhere.
Why don't you look there?
Sorry.
Look there.
Smart.
Oh,
All right,
look
we're
up-
gonna take a look and see. But as you can see, a little
I
bit
have a
Planet Fate,
computer.
pre-orders have been announced along with its release date.
Oh my.
Little Big Planet 3 on the PlayStation 4 is going to be released on November 18th, 2014. And if you pre-order a participating resource, you're going to get a plush of Sackboy, which I actually have one hidden around here somewhere.
You're gonna
See,
get
I don't know if that's worth it, because like the plush that's going to come with it is going to be decent, but not great.
Yeah, but you know what's going to be worth it? If you pre-order at Target, you get one with a special Target hat.
Still not worth it. I'm sorry.
I know. I don't. Why would you want that?
It's because Target is trying to
I
take
love
over as the big
brands.
one.
No, but like,
I
why?
love brands.
Brands.
I like
Um,
cereal.
Yeah.
What else is cool is part of the Day 1 edition, given to everyone that pre-orders on the PS4, you get the Dragon Age Inquisition costume pack.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I actually thought I read that wrong. It was like Dragon Age and Little Big Planet. What?
Yeah. What's good
Little
about
Big
Little
Planet has
Planet?
Assassin's Creed.
They
got so much.
pull in everything. Like there's costume packs from every game. They just say, hey, can we have some rights?
And they cost cash monies.
But
like
you can buy
like
you can
$1?
buy packs, yeah.
Oh, that's not so bad.
$1 or so usually for
usually a
full
dollar
costume?
for a costume. For like full, you get all the items, and then in game, all items are separate. So you can
Yeah.
create a full costume, or you can
use
mix
just
it with
like
other.
Now,
Ezio's
correct me if
hat.
I'm wrong though. Can't you like completely design your own character?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so
Oh.
you could like mimic the Assassin's Creed dude
It's
if
not-
you wanted to.
The thing is, you can get. You would not be able to get the
hood.
Like the hood. Like it's a model that can put on your character.
You could find something. You could get like a hoodie hood, and then you could put it white, and that's the closest thing you'll get to it.
But
You'd also, it's one of those things. It's also one of those games where you have to collect every single bubble to get every item to do anything with it. Because in the beginning, it's like you can put a sticker here. I don't have that sticker. 7 levels down the line, you'll unlock
You
the
get
sticker.
the
It's
sticker.
one of those very go back and mess
Yeah.
around.
I haven't played since the first one. So.
Along with this, it looks like there's other stuff. So we got Break. I see some Infamous stuff in there. Killzone. Lots of packs. We got Jack and Daxter, Journey, Sly Cooper, Patapon, Loco Roco, Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, Ratchet and Clank.
Dude,
yeah.
Patapon, I might have to go for.
So yeah, tons of different packs. Look at that link that we shared now on the Google Plus.
It actually looks really cool.
It's all schmexy and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. It just shows up at the side there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sexy.
I don't know what it looks like on YouTube
Yeah,
though.
click. Oh, that's true. So click that. Link.
YouTube, I think it could probably, it's probably like one of the, like an annotation or something. Animation.
Animation. You're a language wizard these days.
I'm going to share the
These days. This is my
the YouTube
This
link.
day.
this day.
So if you're on Google Plus, there's our YouTube link.
Hey! And if you're on YouTube, well, you're shit out of luck.
Yeah, so that's Little Big Planet. I'm excited, honestly. I love the Little Big Planet games. Actually, I think we can play them afterwards.
But you have 4 controllers.
Yeah?
Oh, yes, that's not mine, so even
There's
if we
also
need
the
to-
Move controller is
Dib's not that.
I have a controller in that magic little box over there, so...
Regardless, Little Big Planet I love that game. It's so fun to just sit, no matter your age, you can just sit around and have
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
It's because it's such a simple concept. Go to the end and mess around with the level.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's
Push things, pull things,
yeah.
jump, whatever.
That's why I'm looking forward to the third one where it is like 4-player. You have 4 different
Characters. And I thought that was a good refresh. I think they had. The only reason they said they released Little Big Planet 2 was because of the fragmentation when it came to users and DLC. They said there was too many people that couldn't play with each other because some people had DLC. So they redesigned how DLC worked in the game. So Little Big Planet 2, they added more stuff obviously to it as well, but they also fixed how DLC worked so it wouldn't get fragmented. So users could still play with other users that had content that they didn't have.
Oh,
That's good.
Yeah, so it was really cool. And then doing that again though wouldn't have worked. So I like that they have 4
That's
different
not how real
characters
life
or 3 different characters.
slow motion in real life doesn't.
So they have there's the bird that can fly,
The bird that can fly. They
the
got
dog that can jump up wall jump,
I think he wall jumps. They got the big guy who can lift the other ones and throw them really far.
but he can
distance.
also shrink to get really.
Now, how does that affect one-player games then?
I think it'll be the way that they did it in like number 2, where you're gonna meet them along the way, and then you need to use their help to get past the level.
So it's like computer controlled. in
Yeah,
those
sort of like
cases?
an. Cause they won't all. I can't see them always being with you. I can see it be like you're playing a Sackboy. You're running through. Oh, it's a flying level. I need to jump and hold on to the guy and make sure I fall in certain aspects to keep going through.
That would make sense.
Or it could be like trying where you switch.
I don't think they're gonna do trying
No.
because the way that the system is, you
That would be cool.
the only real aspect is you fully customize your character, so it's gonna be in the background. Unless you can play the entire story as just Sackboy or just the bird guy or just the fat guy or just the dog. I don't know their names. Yeah,
You know what? Maybe
Works.
different levels will use different characters.
Yeah, maybe.
That
Start a
would
level, you
make
start as a
sense.
character and play that level as.
See, that would work.
Because it's meant for that person.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Little Big Planet 3, November 18th. I'll have it. I'll be playing it.
I won't.
Super stoked.
If it goes on sale.
The next bit is actually EA recently announced their program where you could subscribe for $5 a month or $30 for the year, and get access to a back catalog that they just their games, Battlefield 4, other games too.
Other EA games. There's many of them.
But if you click that link there, it's going to show you. This is about Sony not having it. It's only going to be on the Xbox One. This program, because Sony thought that it wasn't good enough value for their customers.
To give
us to the Xbox.
Games?
So, this is the direct quote here. We evaluated the EA Access subscription offering and decided that it does not bring the kind of value PlayStation customers have come to expect, a Sony representative told us via email. PlayStation Plus memberships are up more than 200% since the launch of PlayStation 4.
Well, that's because you need it.
Yeah.
Which shows that gamers are looking for memberships that offer a multitude of services across various devices for one low price. We don't think asking our fans to pay an additional $5 a month for this EA-specific program represents good value to the PlayStation gamer. Now, funnily enough,
sniper rifle.
See, I'm not paying attention.
we just got PlayStation Plus. If I can find it, what's available for PlayStation Plus this in August, and there's an EA game.
There was a
didn't
trophy.
Sorry.
I missed
You
it.
said it looked sweet.
We got the Feds in there. What else is there? Crisis 3. So there are EA games still going to be in PlayStation Plus things, so it's not like you're missing out on these games. I think Sony's idea was that why pay an additional $5 to get these games that you're probably going to get in the PlayStation Plus subscription anyways?
Right, and that makes sense.
And I understand that. Now they probably have a back end deal with EA to have these games in the PlayStation Plus for at certain points anyways.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make sense to make another subscription service where you're going to get these games anyways.
But they're a company, which means money is money.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good. I mean, there's two sides of the coin. There's one. Are looking out for us. The other side of the coin is, why don't they let us decide?
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
It's like Netflix. I still have to pay $8 for Netflix. That's an additional subscription service on the system that I already have. I can see where they're getting at, though, that it's the crossover. Like, why would you pay for this game if you're going to get it anyways with this subscription service? So again, you can take either side, and I wouldn't be against it. It's like, are they not giving us choice, or are they looking out for us?
Right, and
what do you guys' thoughts?
If there was no other way to get those older backlog games, then I don't know. I would be pissed. What if there was one you really, really wanted, it wasn't on the PlayStation Store, and this is the only way to get it, and they weren't letting you have that option? Then I would be pissed.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can see that being a backlash.
Yeah. Right now it's I can't find it at the moment, but right now it's all newer games as well.
Okay.
See, that makes it not worth it because it's the same thing. It's like Dead Space 3 was free on PlayStation Plus on PS3, and they had it on that, so I have it free there, or I could pay the $5 to play that game.
Right.
That's the thing where I'm conflicted because I like to be able to have those games access to me.
The beta's launched
but no.
On the Xbox One. And the EA Access initially includes FIFA 14, Madden 25, Peggy 2, and
Peggy or Peggle?
Oh, sorry. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. It's like a European rating system. Peggle 2 and Battlefield 4.
So those aren't even old games.
They're
I
not
thought
old
they were
games,
old games.
No. So that's what I'm saying. These games are still accessible to you.
Yeah, but I guess if you are really into those games, to be able to play all of them for only $5 a month. As opposed to buying each one, FIFA and Madden, and those ones are pricey, right?
Yeah.
So
and they come out every year.
If you're only going to play it for a month and then put it down, then you're actually saving money. But if you want to play it a long time, you're probably better off just getting the copy. So it's kind of depends on the person, like you said. Having the choice is important.
Yeah. Even just having an app on the PlayStation 4 screen that said you can subscribe to this and your games download. I don't know how Sony deals with downloading games through another client, though.
That's true.
Because I feel like it's the only client they would accept on the PlayStation 4 would be the PlayStation Store, right?
You'd think, but it just depends on how the system's set up, right?
Yeah.
That's the same with Netflix. Netflix is
Right.
another app with its own subscription system, and they let it go through it because it's available through their store.
It's its own in a sense for video, though, but when it comes to games,
If it's in but again, PlayStation Now is coming out, or a new open beta is coming out, right? And it's just a download right to the store. It's just an app.
In a sense, it's almost like the Steam box. If a Steam box having a Origin as a client on it.
Essentially,
That kind of doesn't really make sense. So I can see it wouldn't be an option there. Like they wouldn't put it in and say, hey, you can still download games from this client.
Plus, they're trying to really promote PlayStation Now right now.
Mm-hmm.
So why would they offer something that where EA is going to take some money from them?
So I guess the question turns to, why did Xbox One do it?
Because Xbox is Xbox.
Because Xbox One doesn't have a service that is superior to what EA is offering.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the thing is Xbox. You look at PlayStation Plus. Games with gold is good.
Yeah,
but
I've gotten some
honestly,
sweet stuff.
Sometimes.
Obviously, people are going to say I have a bias, but I'm trying without bias to say that PS Plus is a better service. Games with gold is not bad.
Well, Games with Gold just started too.
No, it's true. But I think
So-
what you're getting, every month you're getting 10 new games with PlayStation Plus, whereas Games with Gold is usually only a couple, right?
You get 2 a month.
Yeah, so it's
They're pretty big games though. Like.
yeah, so it's well again with the new PS Plus in August, I'm gonna find out.
I actually have that open. It says adventure roguelike puzzle game Road Not Taken. It doesn't even release until August. And of course Fez, as you mentioned, for PS4. Those two, Road Not Taken and Fez. PS3 gets Crisis 3 and Proteus. And that is, I don't know what it is. It says it's an experimental exploration game.
Experimental exploration.
Is that on Steam?
I believe so.
That's the one with the cell shaded, or
There's there.
that's the one, yeah.
It's a minimalist game of pure exploration and sublime discovery in a musical wilderness environment.
Apparently, it's super calming. If you're having rage problems, you should
So
probably play
it's like when I played the game Flower.
Yeah, it's
Flower?
something
Isn't
like
that the one that's like Windows, like...
No, it's Sony. It's on their store. It's
yeah.
What's the Flower
Journey,
Windows
but not
game?
as good.
Flower.
It's by the same guys that did Journey. Though.
Yes, that game company, one of my favorite game companies of all time.
Flow, excellent game. Flower, fell in love with the first time I played it.
One of the greatest things you'll ever experience.
It's so calming. Like even the music just.
And this is with that game company. They make emotions. They don't make games. They make emotions. And I think that's what I've always.
That's so deep.
And Flower, maybe just for me, but it just when I play it, I just
Back.
We're back.
We got no video.
Well, we don't have video yet, but
It's loading all the out. Okay, we're back.
yeah,
We're live again. Sorry about that. We something happened.
So you didn't hear our most epic conversation.
Go play that Game Company games. That's pretty much what
That's
we're
pretty much
saying.
what
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Brody, unmute me so that I can manually do the thing.
And there's going to be multi-echo.
Actually, at the side there, Carbon Beast actually has a question. So before he leaves, because we were gone, to answer it. How do you like the PS4 user interface? I find the one on the PS3 better. Even the one on PS Vita is much better throughout.
I actually agree.
From
From what I've experienced today, I don't like.
all right, let's jump to that and show the users. See if we can see it on the screen here. So this is the user face, very washed out.
Very washed out.
But the idea is there's a stream of all of your stuff just right there. It's all your stuff, and from there you can go up, and that accesses all your settings. So if you go up here, all your settings are
So that looks more like the PS3 one there,
See,
a
that-
little bit.
yeah. And okay, you have to unmute yourself. The idea is that all your content's right there. Now, if you go down, go to Call of Duty Ghosts, for instance. So you go to Ghosts.
Catch.
Underneath it, you'll see the screen pop up of all the social stuff, all the information of what's going on with that game. So it's just trying to give you all the information you can get into your face.
Why is it telling you to buy it though? You
It's
were just
because
playing it, were you not?
Because I'm playing on his PS3 port. He owns the game.
He doesn't.
I don't.
He's
So
on his profile.
I'm on my profile on his
Oh.
system, so it's basically saying you don't own the game. You should buy the game. Whereas on his, it just says
Play.
it's a rate.
Yeah.
It's a
It-
basically
It lets me rate the game.
See, I don't mind this whole like overview of like this is what's coming out. This is the DLC. These are the friends who play it. That I like.
It's not.
Is this stream though?
Apparently,
not sorted
apparently
in
this
any way.
has voice activation.
Yes,
It does. Let's try it. PlayStation. No. Call of Duty.
Start Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
You have to say start Call of
You're
Duty.
fucking it
No,
up.
you say Call of Duty.
Oh.
Never mind.
Well, we obviously.
Doesn't work with a room full of people, apparently.
PlayStation. No, it just won't work. PlayStation.
It's being moody.
Call of Duty. Octodad.
It just hates Call of Duty
And then you
like
can say
the rest
start,
of the
and
world.
then it'll start it up. But
Still,
it works when you're by yourself, but not the greatest. There is issues. So to answer the question of whether we like it or not, PS3 had a way better interface. They actually
Much
won
more
awards for it.
streamlined.
They actually Sony won award for innovation on their PlayStation 3 user interface.
It's good.
And why they I can see why they kept part of it, because like why would you get rid of all of that, right?
see, why not just integrate to keep what you had? You had the whole item.
Yeah.
Just build upon that.
Yeah, like you can use the visuals like down, but keep that scroll across that was sorted so nicely.
Well, I think they did, and that's why they had up here.
Yeah.
Here's all your friends. Here's your party. All that stuff. Trophies.
My
That's,
profile.
Where's the quick way to get to Netflix? That's what I want.
well, you say PlayStation, Netflix, start.
You go, or you scroll through all these
Yeah, you have to
things.
scroll through a
Oh,
bunch
here,
of stuff.
Find your
Stop. Try it. PlayStation. Netflix. Start.
This may kill. This may cut your.
So
cut
that's
your
the faster
thing, that's
way.
the thing. But also, not everyone has been buy.
And now we're
Why?
going to see all
And
of
not
Brody's,
everyone wants to yell at their television.
Like, think of it this way: if I come home from work, I work in late night kitchens and stuff like that. I come to work at 2 in the morning. There's people sleeping, and I'm not suddenly going to be like, PlayStation, and wake people up.
It's sealed and empty. Don't worry
That's
about it.
good. But so from that aspect, it's cool because it's like PlayStation do this, whatever, and it's voice commands. But only if you're alone. It's for someone who lives alone or their family is away. Because that's the thing. If I say I'm staying here, you're asleep, you're asleep. I'm not gonna be. I can't be like PlayStation because it's gotta pick up my voice.
Carbon Beast, I think the best way to say it is that PlayStation 3 was the best user interface, and the PlayStation 4 isn't as good. But if there's
did what they
improvements they can once they add folders, other things like that, I think it will get better. But I don't think it will ever be as good as the PlayStation 3. So that's to answer your question. We agree with you,
Around.
and it's just
Few rants.
Yeah, we agree with you. It's just they should
we
have.
agree with you. It's not as good as PS3. It can be better, and I think it will get better.
But it's not awful either, so. Whatever.
And the PS Vita or whatever it was, that's touchscreen. So if this thing was a giant touchscreen, it would work excellent.
Just move commands. Just like, it's like Minority Report.
So when we're playing
The
Kinect,
Force. It's Kinect,
playing
yeah,
Kinect.
with the Force.
I think they had it so you can actually use the slider now, but I didn't activate that.
Here, we'll check that out. Where's the settings?
Yes, you go ahead. But yeah, that's our thoughts on the PlayStation 4 user interface. Let's get to the next piece of news then. Oh, I think I forgot to share that GOG thing with you guys.
GOG!
We crashed there for a minute.
We always crash.
And burn.
Well, that's a whole other aspect.
Yeah, so here's if you guys want to go check what games are available, GOG and Linux, you can click that link. That's about to pop up in a second here.
GOG and Linux, pretty important.
GOG Linux.
Gogix.
It's going to be interesting. GOG allowing DRM free the 2 games to Linux.
So I'm going to take that out. That's cool. So there we go. The next piece of article, Mass Effect 4. Anybody care about that?
Shouldn't be happening.
What? Mass Effect what?
First details and images.
Should be flatline. Should not be happening.
So if you guys want, I'll share that video. I'm not going to go over it too
I
much.
thought they killed the franchise with the colorful explosions and stuff.
Just because I don't know anything about the game because I've never played it and never been interested in it.
First game, good. Second game, they screwed up the ammo mechanic. Third game, they screwed up the ending and had to give people DLC to get them a better ending.
Sad.
Yeah, that's
Isn't it like Space Dragon Age?
essentially yes. Basically, before Dragon, whatever. But
I'm pretty sure Dragon Age.
who said PlayStation?
Nobody.
Home screen.
R2 also activates.
Probably did.
Sure, but there should not, for reasons for the way they ended the third one, after you got the DLC, there's no
Even
reason.
still.
There's no reason they should have put a fourth one.
What if it's like number 4, but it's a prequel? Because you know people love to mess around with that stuff.
Then it's gonna be even more
Still not stoked.
No, if the game's gonna be, if they go with a prequel, the game's just people are just gonna be confused.
Really young. What is the main character? Shepard?
Shepard.
Yes.
Shepard.
You become a random person who has a ship, and then you suddenly get another ship, and then you get a bunch of people together, and then you just go to the galaxies.
I
But you
saw
can
a
only
part
take
where
2
you
of them.
can
It's like
watch
this.
alien strippers, though. That sounds fun.
That part, funny thing, if you have the PC version, there's mods.
Of course there are.
Of course there are mods.
I love how we all just know what that implies.
We're just like, yeah, let's not go there.
But anyway, yes, there's
PC Gaming Master Race.
the,
Leave it at that.
Or scary race, whatever.
it's more of creepy old people that just are never going to see what a real woman looks like.
Let's
At least
imagine in
He
polygons.
knows.
So
I think I'm the only one that's really played Uncharted, unless Trevor has here.
I have been playing with Charlie.
Okay,
now.
good, because no one else in the podcast ever has.
I've started. I played the Vita version, and I'm halfway through the first one, so I have started.
If you care, Uncharted movie is coming in June 6, 2016.
Like a
Don't
full
fuck
blown
up
movie.
the casting.
They so here's the thing. Originally, it was supposed to be Mark Wahlberg as Drake.
Mark and Mark!
Marky
And,
Mark.
everyone got all up in arms. Anyways, I think the person producing it dropped out. So with that, Marky Mark dropped out. So now they're looking for a new casting for it. But they said they're going to start production of it
That's
soon.
me.
But the thing that worries me the most, is that the director Seth Gordon, he did Identity Theft and Horrible Bosses.
Identity theft. Comedies?
Says this about the movie. He loves the complexity and, frankly, the sophistication of the storytelling in the game, but doesn't want to simply retell the story featured in the games. I feel like the people who play the games and know them well don't want.
What are you doing there, buddy?
What you doing? What you doing?
Okay, we are
What you
not
doing?
playing Outlast on podcast because I will curl up into a ball and start crying.
I think
What,
we should then.
what you doing, B?
I just started out Outlast. Apparently,
Okay,
they're very loud.
Yeah, really turn it to me down.
Okay, to finish that quote, I feel like the people who play the games and know them well don't want to see the same old story told. You want extra shades.
I'm pretty sure everyone wants the
I'm
same
pretty
old
sure-
story in a movie.
I'm pretty sure he's wrong.
Yeah, he's totally wrong.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Well,
It depends on the person's perspective, because really, you've got, what is it going to be now, 5 stories, if you include the Vita.
Where's your, I got it. Volume. There's
If
no
you had, like,
controls.
so you got the
It's-
5,
It's not on that anyways. Keep talking.
you got 5 stories, including the Vita. That's a lot to make into a movie if you're going to go that way. So I can see him trying to maybe like, this is in the realm of the universe. It's just another story that wasn't made into a game.
But then who's catering to though? Like,
Well, that's
you want. That's the thing. People who like the game want to have something that goes with the game that they know. Not, oh, this is in the same universe and vaguely looks like
But
it.
that's where the money's going to be.
Please do not have another Dragon Ball Evolution. Thanks.
That will not be discussed at all. It was
It
horrible.
was awful.
But that's what but the problem is they're going to try to cater to the largest audience. So like they want gamers to recognize it as it's Nathan Drake, but at the same point they want the family to be able to go see it. That's where he's trying to go from. He's like
You can't be everything to everyone though, and that's like
when
marketing
you get
101. Like,
but that's what happens when they try to do video game iterations of the movies.
And this is
that's why they shouldn't do that.
movies
Our
never do well.
shit. Sorry. That's why.
unless you are Advent Children.
That wasn't, but that was actually designed by the creators. Like if they make a movie, if they make the movie in the full animated cinematics, I will do that.
Wait, so this is live action. It wasn't like Marky Mark's voice. It was
No, it's
him.
live. It was
Oh,
live
action.
shit.
That's why I'm saying.
I kind of assumed it was just his voice.
No, like this is a live action. Whereas if they did the movie as if Naughty Dog just made a 2.5-2-hour movie all in cinematic, people would people would appreciate that. It's the live action that they're gonna be pissed at.
I'm still on the Nathan bandwagon as Nathan Drake. Nathan Fillion.
Oh,
that guy.
Google machine.
Nathan.
Yeah, that's a really pick actually.
Castle?
I hope they
I
actually
think
cast
personality-wise, I think it encapsulates a lot of what Nathan Drake is.
Dude,
visually, it just looks like
Oh yeah.
look at this.
And then
look at that sexy man.
Exactly.
Man crush, hardcore.
Nathan Fillion.
It's okay.
That's a good pick.
Fillion. I think it's Canadian as well too.
Cool.
Nathan, if you're listening to this,
We love you, I guess.
do the thing. Do the thing with the
Please,
casting.
Go find the director and get yourself on this as Drake. I think honestly
That's if
that
they
would
still
be-
agree to do live
Look,
action.
he's wearing a Green Lantern shirt in that one. Oh,
Yes.
I forgot it's a touch screen.
I think honestly that would be one of the best picks as Nathan Drake.
I didn't press R2!
I don't even know actors, and I know that would be a good pick. And are we still in podcast? That's the thing.
There's
Do
a
the thing. This is why you need 2 monitors.
Yeah.
Dual screen.
Yeah,
bro.
Brody. Get
Yeah,
2 monitors.
bro.
There's nothing wrong with this.
If you're tuning in from the second angle, you'll see that Brody is a noob lord and only has 1 monitor.
It's a nice widescreen one though, so you could like do your snap thing. Snap screen.
Snap. Vista doesn't have Snap.
Oh my god, you're running Vista. You would.
Oh, bless.
You're a very special person.
Now that was it for my news. Yosarar, I think you had a little piece for us.
Yeah, I just found this one. Industry-related news. Headline reads: Nintendo lost $97 million last quarter, even with the success of Mario Kart 8. And the feature image on the blog post is a Luigi death stare. So that's what got my attention.
Let me
was the
see, let me
Luigi
see.
death
Okay,
stare.
question for you now though.
Turn the monitor.
97 million US dollars or yen?
It says millions.
It says
$1 million, so...
yeah, it has a dollar sign.
That's an amount.
Yeah.
So if it's yen, that's not much. That's not terrible.
97 million
It's
yen.
losing money is still bad.
Well,
Losing money
but-
is bad.
But if you're improving, it's a key thing to look at.
They're losing this money.
They're still
They've been
losing money.
losing
They're just
money.
losing less money
You
than
look at money until Casarai restructured that entire company about a year ago. They were losing.
Yeah.
I think it was like $1.2 billion or something.
You can hemorrhage if you have the cash flow to support it, I guess. But
Can you imagine losing $1.2 billion?
No, I don't
If
even
I had that
have
money.
1.2 billion cents.
Yeah.
So $1,000,
Millions?
10,000. I don't know how much that is. I'm bad at that.
Guys, let's just get back to the fact that Nintendo lost a
It's
buttload of
A
money.
buttload of money.
Even
a
with Mario
galactic
Kart
ass
8.
load.
I think they expected it. What they wanted Mario Kart 8 to do was push the
Sell
sales.
consoles.
They wanted to sell consoles,
Absolutely.
and once they sell consoles, now people are going to buy games, and that's since it's all the only good games for Nintendo consoles. Let's be honest here, are first-party titles from Nintendo.
Yeah.
Bring us a
Well,
Metroid.
here's the thing: is that I want to read. This is a
Bring
really
us an
short
actual
article.
new.
Metroid.
What is this?
Whoa, fancy. I'm not sure if I like that. But okay, here's the deal: is what it said is that the loss comes despite successful sales of Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 shipped 2.82 million copies. But what they said is that Mario Kart 8 did so well because it was people who already had Wii U's, like me and you. You know, we already had Wii U's. We went out and we got the game. It apparently did not help so much with the console,
Oh shit!
which was, I would assume, their strategy, right? So
I'm assuming so because what they wanted to do. I'm assuming again, we can't speak for Nintendo, but we can analyze. But I think what they tried to do is get as many consoles in the hands as they could of consumers, and then at that point they can say they have a huge lineup. Look at
they have big games coming out.
Smash is gonna absolutely. I think that's gonna sell systems. For
Bayonetta 2, because the bastards
Bayonetta, yeah, but I
decided to put that as a exclusive on
it's
the
weird.
Wii U.
That's a weird one to pay for. But I think they.
I think I'm just excited for. I'm excited for the new Zelda game, which is coming out in 2015.
Hyrule Warriors are the actual Zelda.
Apparently, the Sackboys kept.
I've never seen that.
Guys, we're trying to talk about Nintendo. You're ruining it.
Sony's trying to interfere.
Sony, get out of here.
Kick them.
Wait to them. They wait back.
No, we want to kick them. See, that's the whole person there on the ground.
And we're totally distracted.
Yeah.
So, if anyone who hasn't tuned into the podcast before, our running joke is that every game is just released in 2015, and we're just not getting any games this year.
Yep.
Ever.
Like everything. Well, we are getting Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's
That
talk
was
about
their.
Nintendo.
They knew they're paying all these companies to delay their games. So the only games that come out.
Maybe that's why they lost so much money.
they
Because
spent
they're paying
97.
the other
They
guy.
spent $97 million to pay other people to delay their games.
Conspiracy theories. You heard it here first.
That is a strange strategy, but I guess it could potentially work. But yeah, no, we'll see. But I think they will still sell consoles and they will still make a profit in the coming year.
Yeah.
But
But Nintendo's also been losing money for the last like
Quite a
6
while.
years.
But
So
I think Japanese companies in general in the game market had been losing money.
that's too bad.
And now I think they're starting to understand. It's just the way I think a lot of companies in Japan are structured are a lot different than how Western.
Maybe their
companies-
costs run higher, hence the
Well,
losses.
you look at a lot of issues like they're high ups.
That's my fault, yeah. You can
someone
guess
like
it. I gotta check my email.
not I think who, but any higher ups, they're there. They're guaranteed their spots until they. Right. People aren't fired. People aren't let go. People aren't moved around, demoted. It's very
They're
honorable.
not as cutthroat as we
I
are.
guess it's all about honor.
Yeah.
You know, in a sense that those people have those positions and they're respected because of their positions and how long they've been in it. So they're not going to get fired from the spots. So it's people are getting a crap ton of money. They're going to keep getting a crap ton of money until they die. Right.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm easily
I
distracted.
think Kaz had a good idea. Kaz Hirai, when he went into with Sony, and he completely restructured it to a hierarchical process where there's before Sony was so many divisions not interacting with each other. So how it works now is basically how hierarchical works is it's like a pyramid. You have all your workers report to your division managers, and the division manager then reports to Kaz Hirai. And narrowed it down to 3 divisions. You got your mobile, gaming, and entertainment. Hardware. I think, sorry, that's what it is. And those managers report to him, and he decides all things from there. And it kind of, I think,
that's a lot of power for one dude.
It is, but you know, it's helped. They reported first profits in the past year.
That's good. That's what. Well, Nintendo is hoping that, you know, their handheld devices continue to carry them, and especially what comes with that is, of course, Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby remakes, Alpha and Omega, and they mentioned Smash as well in this article. Quote from Nintendo saying that's what they hope pushes them up. So
I can guarantee you. I know people right now that are very chintzy and are planning on getting a Wii U to get Smash.
Yeah.
So
I will not get a Wii U until Metroid.
I gotta say, honestly,
Give me a Metroid.
It's a great system. I love it to death. Also, it comes preloaded with Hulu, so if you know how to kind of get around that, it's really sweet. Get some Hulu going.
I watch nothing but Netflix.
Hulu is Netflix of the States.
Yeah, I know. I would.
It's
for TV
magical.
shows.
It's way better for TV because you can get it like a day after it actually is on TV.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly would rather just play video games.
Yeah.
And watch TV. So it's I guess to each their own. But Hulu is not.
You can watch anime. They have Sailor Moon Crystal on Hulu.
I guess. Fair enough. But yeah, no, it's. I think the system will see sales in the coming year, but. You know, it's a 97 million loss isn't.
It's not that much in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, because you know there's my shoulders.
It's not crazy, right? So we'll see. I don't have a link to show.
Oh, that's what your ping was on Google Hangouts. I did send it with you so you can post it.
Okay, well I'm posting it now. So if anyone wants to read more on that, I think
it's a pretty short article, yeah.
I think we pretty much went over what it is. What it be. So there it is if you want to check it out.
You guys look like you're crazy for
just a reminder before we get
we are crazy.
It looks like they're batting invisible things.
There's an invisible thing. That's how augmented reality works.
But the people there can't see it.
Yes, they can. They're looking. They're tuning into the back
That's why
screen.
it's funny because I was just throwing the guys and you could smack.
So I'm gonna get to my last bit here. I think before we head out, just a shout out to the viewers here right now. You guys can join in. There's live Q&A going on at the side, so make sure you ask some questions. We already got one there, and ask a question. We'll answer it to the best of our ability. And also go to youtube.com/gamersroundtable show to subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch all our previous episodes where we talk about video games and stuff.
I'm not in them, so they're not going to be as awesome.
Whatever. You're just a distraction at this point.
I'm an awesome distraction.
And
what, you disagree?
Make sure you go to Google Plus and Plus One as Surplus as well too, so you get updates when we're doing this. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. EDT is when we do this. Sometimes a little late because that's just the way we are.
Because we're drunkards.
But make sure
today at least.
Make sure you do that so you don't miss any other content from us. But I'm going to end this off with some trivia just to.
We're not even doing the topic.
What is the topic?
I don't know if anybody has games.
Hey, I'm not really ashamed of anything I play. You give me.
We're going to talk about our guilty pleasures.
That was supposed to be.
But I don't think anybody is really embarrassed of what they play. I play Hannah Montana. What the
fuck yeah, man?
That's the thing. If a game's fun, it shouldn't matter what anyone else thinks about it.
Yeah,
if you enjoy it,
that's
right?
What I'm saying. You know, it's I mentioned to you before. You know, the one game I could think of that was Call of Duty. I will play that, and I will tell people I play it, even though I consider myself a hardcore gamer. And oh no, Call of Duty's for noobs. I will still play.
It is for noobs.
But that's based on other people's shitty judgments, anyways. Like that's putting pressure on you. You like what you like. Mess.
And I do that was the idea.
Yeah,
games you shouldn't like.
Yeah,
but that's the
playing Dota.
least. That's awful.
I'm playing Dota with the Dota friends, and they're just like, "Oh, you play League, you'll be terrible at this game." And
that's
they
so
were wrong.
elitist and awful, though.
I know, but they were wrong. So
welcome to the
welcome to the internet.
Welcome to the PC Super Race.
Master Race.
You can't even say that right.
You can't even say it wrong, Like say it wrong, peasant. Do it.
Hey, you know what?
Say it again.
My computer is old, and that's why I'm not.
Well, then you should get a new computer, peasant.
Do you want to give me $3 grand?
You don't need $3 grand.
Yes,
My
I
gaming
do.
laptop is $900 and it's sitting on the shelf
All right,
over there.
this first bit of
As he
trivia,
cuts us out.
first bit of trivia is actually Charles is gonna like this one. But the Hylian text on Phantom Ganon's sword in Legend of Zelda: The
I don't know what
Wind
this
Waker
means, but
translates to Zabora Gabora. Zabora and Gabora are the names of the blacksmiths in Majora's Mask, suggesting they forged the sword and left their mark on it.
Nice.
So yeah, there's a little bit of connection there between the timelines.
the timeline is so clear in those games.
Yeah, I have the Historia. It's
Nice.
pretty
In
crazy.
issue 260 of Nintendo Power, Yuji Naka revealed that the initial concept for Sonic the Hedgehog's gameplay came from playing level 1-1 of Super Mario Bros. Over and over again as fast as he could. Since you always have to play the level first, regardless of whether you use warp zones or not. I always tried to get through the level as fast as I could, and that inspired the initial concept of Sonic the Hedgehog.
So it's like speed runs was the beginning of Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, kind of cool. When Space Invaders was released in Japan, it was so popular that it caused a temporary shortage of 100 yen coin, the coin most commonly used for arcade machines.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Another Sonic thing. Sonic the Hedgehog first appeared as an air freshener in Rad Mobile, a racing game that released 3 months before the first Sonic game.
Was it done by Sega?
Probably.
I would assume
so. But yeah, Sonic, they're...
Whoa, actually, there's a picture. Cool.
Yeah.
That's what he's been looking at, his pictures, too.
Yeah. I'll share the link with people so they can check it out later.
Yeah.
Dr. Cortez and Hades from God of War are both voiced by the same actor, Clarence J. Brown III. He also does the voice of Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
The main theme for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is Zelda's Lullaby played in reverse.
Oh, fuck, eh?
Cool.
Shit like that just shows laziness.
We're all like, awesome.
No, you recycle something that's good and make
This
it
one,
new.
I really enjoyed.
At the same point, though,
The towers in the Sony PlayStation 2 splash screen represent games. The more games you play, the more towers are added, and the longer you play, the higher the towers
I
get.
actually knew that
that's
one.
I still have my memory card that is like maxed out, no space, and nothing but like a white wall. Especially the Onimusha towers, they're like way the hell up there.
Yeah.
I speedrun those games way too much.
The multiplayer mode that defined GoldenEye for many years was actually a complete afterthought. It was made during the last few weeks of the game's development and was made without permission from their higher-ups.
And
Thank you.
And they also had no clue what the hell they were doing during that game, so be grateful for that.
Yeah.
That was the first time they ever went,
Speaking of Nintendo's innovation, they didn't actually come up with their motion control, I guess.
imagine that.
I knew
The
that.
Nintendo Wii's motion control technology was presented to Microsoft and Sony before being presented to Nintendo. Both companies were rude to the creators of the technology during their presentations and rejected the idea of using their tech for games.
See, that still is innovation because it's the ability to see the future and where it could go.
It's
right?
not necessarily innovation as much as it is insight.
Or I guess yes. That's
Either
that's
way.
the
And
word.
using a technology that they're presented with is like, nobody else is using this. Let's see what we can do.
Well, that's the thing. It's not like they didn't build on it. It's like, okay, gyroscopes are a thing. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
Apply it to gaming.
Cell phones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Doom 2 was released in the same year that Kurt Cobain shot himself with a shotgun. The map Nirvana in Doom 2 contained a shotgun in the starting sector.
Yeah, I got that. Good game. Subtle.
Wow.
Nintendo
Sounds like
allocated
Kurt Cobain.
$80 million to provide gaming gloves to players who had hurt their hands while playing the notorious Mario Party joystick rotating minigames.
That I can believe, because those games are a bitch.
They allocated $80 million.
Do you have Mario Party? Can we play that?
No.
No, because he doesn't have the newest one for the Wii U.
Well, that's because there isn't one yet.
Exactly.
But I mean old school. I have 1, 2, and 3.
There are 2 pornographic parody movies of Mario called Super Hornio Brothers and Super Hornio Brothers 2. Nintendo actually owns the right to these movies.
No!
What?
No, Nintendo!
What?
Wait, there's one. I'll redeem
Oh
this.
wait, there's
They're
no.
gonna redeem this. They bought the rights to make sure the movies would never be released again.
Oh thank God! Oh thank God!
I so want to find those on the net. I will not lie.
They'll probably be on the internet. The internet has everything.
The question is it worse than that Mario Brothers movie?
See, I think it kind of balances it out because there's porn. There's people actually having sex in that instead of just giant dancing Koopas.
That movie is so bad.
It's so good!
It's so bad.
Final Fantasy X, there is a scene between Titus and Yuna on the bridge in which
Titus.
It's actually Titus.
Titus, sorry.
Pronounce it how you ever want to.
Attempts to teach Yuna to whistle. She is unsuccessful, but then says to Titus that if they were to become separated, that he should whistle and she would come running. Later on in Final Fantasy X2, you can visit the same bridge and hear a faint whistle off in the distance.
It's really emotional.
I have not played the game, so I don't know.
10-2 is the one that got like really people got angry at because it's all girls and they like dance.
Yeah, isn't it like the whole basic? Yeah.
It's actually the gameplay though is sweet because you can change your roles.
Isn't it just like an aspect of the
story? Yeah, and that's pretty much what Final Fantasy 13-3 is. Lightning Returns. Where you can change your attire in combat and change your complete role.
But that's the thing. It's your dress, but it's your role.
Bullshit. This is actually contrived bullshit. Why?
No, the mechanics of changing your role mid-battle from like black mage to white mage is actually sweet. We should not get into this. Let's let Brody continue his stuff.
Yeah, I have no clue about this game. All I know is that I have to buy it.
I see some link.
Just do the remaster. Yeah, so good. So
I see some link.
We got some for Charles here.
You skipped a Paris one though. I saw Pokemon.
I saw Paris and Paris.
The most interesting.
Oh, okay.
I guess. See, this man's researched this crap. I've read it many nights in a row.
According to a recent interview between Shigeru Miyamoto and the French publication Game Cult, Miyamoto loves Disney, and their interpretation of Peter Pan inspired Link's design. This inspiration could also be why the Kokiri never age.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh shit! 2 Ultra Strikes. Nice.
As he plays Ingress.
This is when the demonic boss Diablo is released in the final level of Diablo 1. He says something in a bizarre language. When played backwards, the voice is English, and it says, "Eat your vegetables and brush after every meal."
Okay, that is such a 90s thing, though. Listen to this backwards, and it's something crazy.
It's the greatest.
But that's the opposite. It's like usually listen to whatever music, and backwards it's devil music. But this one is here.
I'm the devil.
Exactly.
That's probably because of that.
That's hilarious.
I wish more someone because someone says, "Oh, video games are violence," and that. Well, no, it's a good message.
That one was at least. That's subliminal. Eat your vegetables.
I mean, it's a devil telling you to do it. If you listen, I don't know, but.
So this one's kind of morbid. According, it's just we don't watch it later, but there's a whole series on why Mario is the bad guy, and it's really well put together, and it makes so much sense. But according to the Super Mario Bros. Instruction book, when the Koopas first invaded the Mushroom Kingdom, they turned people into blocks.
Yeah,
so as Mario, you're going and killing all these blocks.
But they give you coins. That must be thank you.
So
essentially, you're killing people and raiding their walls.
Or they're like, "Thank you for freeing me. Have some money."
No,
that's Sonic the Hedgehog.
By the time you hit
that's a crazy interpretation.
By the time you hit the 100th coin, then someone's like, "Yo, dude,
I got your back."
Our soul power combined to give you an extra life.
Yes.
We got your back. Maybe he's freeing them. Whatever. Maybe. Your crazy theories are crazy.
He's devouring the souls of the defeated.
In the NES game Punch-Out, the Russian fighter Soda Popinski was originally named Vodka Drinkinski.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He changed his name to avoid controversy.
I knew about that one.
Oh, Zach's the Mega Man.
I like this one. It's easy to picture, but in Mega Man 7's intro sequence, Dr. Wily is mostly covered by other graphics. Extracting his sprite from the game will show that he has distinct breasts. The orientation of his shoulders and arms mean they could be pectoral muscles. This could simply be poor rendering by the artist, but given the precise nature of pixel art, it is more likely to be intentional and possibly a joke by the developers. As you can see, he's got boobs.
So he's either got intense pecs and just a really giant gut, or he's got boobs.
The super mushrooms in Mario are based on an actual fungi named Amanita muscaria. They make the user feel as if though they are growing in size. This effect was also a reference in Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is a good one. Those on Fox, Star Fox, and Falcon, all them, Those boots they have aren't boots. All spacecraft pilots in the StarCraft universe amputate their legs so the blood doesn't drain from their brain when they're under intense G-forces.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Wait.
They don't have any legs. They amputate it because when they're boom pulls the blood from the body and it goes into their feet.
They amputate their legs so they can withstand more G-forces when they're flying their aircraft.
That's really, yeah, that's what
Wow,
I'm
that's
thinking.
kind of dark.
Yeah.
But it's really
Awesome!
Wow.
Yep. So if you look at them all, even there was a Nintendo Power episode with a drone on the front, and his legs were clearly robotic. Like
Him, Falco, Slippy looks really funny with the robotic legs. You can see them very, very clearly if you play that god-awful GameCube game. Star Fox Adventures.
I didn't even know there was a Starbucks game.
Trust me,
just
be
because,
happy.
just because she wants it. This is a well-known fact, actually. When the Pokemon Paras evolves into Parasect, it actually begins, or actually, it is actually words. It is actually being engulfed by the fungi growing on its back. It takes over the Pokemon's body and does all the thinking. This essentially leaves the Pokemon zombified and lifeless, as illustrated by its lack of pupils.
Yep.
Yeah. It becomes a clicker.
Yes, it does.
That's how they formed.
Yeah, so there's some cool gaming facts for you homies.
Homies!
Thomas.
But with that, I think we're going to sign off, unless you guys had any other bits to add to the podcast here.
I like
That was play video games.
All right, so we're going to go along and say thanks to all our homies for coming out today. Charles, thank you for joining us once again.
Hey, no problem. Glad to add the extra camera to the room.
Second views. Oh, look at that. Second view.
Hold on a second while the game loads and there's no fucking screen.
And actually, we got Trevor, the newcomer. Thank you for coming out today and playing some video games and making noise while we talk.
Being extremely distracting.
I am the best kind of distracting. See? I saw that.
You guys are intolerable.
There you go.
Much better.
This one's
now
Trevor.
continue.
There you go.
And the very tolerable Sarah right beside him.
I'm intolerable, excuse me.
You guys egg each other on.
Which
I
is
just
what-
sit here. I'm like the only one at least putting
Hey.
effort into engaging with Brody.
I was
Sarah,
engaging.
everyone.
I was just. My brain went like this.
Engage you in the wrong thing.
I was
Yeah, he's
what?
like, look, I can flick dudes on the PlayStation 4.
Hey, I got trophies for that
You
shit.
can actually do it from your phone too. You can draw pictures on your phone, like big penises and stuff.
So you can be like, here,
You can
robot
be
dudes
even
have
more
trophies.
mature. You can draw people on the screen.
I actually
Dick
can't.
butt.
I can't. I'm the
Please
one with
draw
the
Dick
Windows
butt
phone.
on the screen.
And again, if you want to find Charles on the interwebs, you can find him on Twitter at
Stovetop,
and on Twitch.
C-Stove.
There you go. And beside him, Trevor, where can we find you on the interwebs?
I am on the tweeters, but I'm never on the tweeters. So
Twatters.
yes, the twatters,
Twatters.
the tweet twatters. I'm also on the Twitches, because you know,
And what's your Twitch account, sir?
Kumachino. It's very, very Japanese.
Post it later.
Yeah.
Just comment on the
You
YouTube
can't, you
video or
can't,
something.
it's also my gamer tag. So if you want to like screw around and very, very harshly humiliate me in games.
Yeah, if you want to grief him.
We saw your Call of Duty game.
That was hilarious. Hey, what was it, like 5 to like 47?
Trust me.
Or was it worse?
It was worse.
It was 6 to 52.
How many centuries did they have?
I think they had like 4, didn't they?
Yeah, something like
3 or 4, and they were blocking our spawn, so we'd be like, yay, dead.
It didn't go well.
No, it was pretty
And,
awesome.
and Sarah can be found on interwebs.
Everywhere. Y0. So yo, but with 0. Really cool. And then Sarar. S-A rar with a W. Really
R-A-W-R.
complicated.
So you can find you everywhere. So she's on the
YOSARAWR.
Y0.
Y0. It's a 0.
Sorry, I say O as in zeros.
Oh yeah.
But
Um,
everywhere on the interwebs. And
Awesome.
So basically, search her and you'll find something she doesn't want you to
it's so
find.
complicated and unique that yes, you get all the dirt.
And myself, I'm Lee Vex. Host of
Off
the
screen
show.
most of the time.
We do this every week, 7 p.m. EDT. So
Not like this, but you know.
Go to youtube.com/GamersRoundtable Show, and you'll be able to find out all the previous stuff that we've done. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything in the future.
I'm sorry.
And you can find me on Twitter at LeafX. You can find me on absolutely everything. LeafX, Liefx. So make sure you go and do that and haunt me and grief me and all that wonderful stuff. But thanks for tuning in, and as always, you get it.
I will see you
Mass
Games.
chaos.
Video games.
Why?